Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 5 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Samson Abuka able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, if you're a fan of defense, especially this defense, you like what you're seeing here in the early going, playing some great energy. Already have a sack, and on that one, came back and forced an incompletion. They're getting after him.
Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Prescott now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A first down throw for Prescott. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. And the Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Put a man in motion left, Ridley. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last lap.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hopkins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dragons are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Prescott. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into a sea of defenders, having intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Prescott, he finds Bateman over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. That is caught. Touchdown. Juwan Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's more. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. These two teams all tied after one. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Back to throw again. And the Rams got it. They bring it down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And they'll begin by running the option. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott.
That is caught with Sean Bateman.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cummings. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he takes it across for the Rams touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Rams have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
See what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Right on the coverage, we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here from the 38.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
So here are the Rams to take over.
They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Here's the option.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down. Back to throw.
He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Samson Ebukam. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make 2nd down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott. Johnson with a completion over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Prescott to throw it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And again, it's Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man
incomplete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's complete left side to Bateman. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Prescott now. They'll find Bateman once more. Touchdown, LA! Rashad Bateman, 33 yards. And the Rams are able to stretch out their lead. Done good with the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this.
And now off to the races down the right side. He's on his way. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Dragons had got it back to within a score.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He gets it left side of Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A first down throw for Prescott. Again, it's Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Now Prescott. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott. Going to the right here and finding Burks. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
second down and 8. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Done good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly blocked down. But a nice little gain.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now he'll try to run with this. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On now is the punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Los Angeles. This is 2nd and 8. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. A little juke. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Isaiah Pacheco, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Prescott. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 7. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. He's got Hamler on the out route. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Handoff now for Pacheco. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Escaping the pressure right. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Face man. Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A second down throw for Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Pacheco on the read option.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Isaiah Pacheco
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Dragons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So Dak Prescott in the offense, down by 1, a little under a minute to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He's got Hamler.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Dancing to his left. Try! Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here's 3rd down and 5. Again, it's Taylor.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder.
Taking it right down Broadway. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles.
The most powerful Tacoma.
It's Week 18 of the NFL, and front and center is Sam Laporta. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Lions and the Vikings, next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 and...
The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Rodgers going to throw.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw on second down, McCarthy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on and start down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. They juked him. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And pass caught, it's Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And again, it's Rodgers. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter from Aaron Rodgers. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Jack Campbell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Rodgers now on 1st down. That is caught. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Here's Rodgers. It's complete to Williams. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. This is caught. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the 1st as another kickoff is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And 3rd and 8 now. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Williams to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now Rodgers. And incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Rodgers to throw once more. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This to Laporta, right side. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. He's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Rodgers. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Badgley's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first down, Rodgers will go right back to St. Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Lions extend their lead yet again. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize it best when they get in close.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. That is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Rodgers now on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. The Panthers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP Aaron Rodgers. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes as his guys are well in control of this ball game.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Pushing his way through. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is caught by Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. A gain there of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That is caught by Laporta. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Rodgers going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. David Montgomery, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the final act was the David Montgomery touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive. Good for 15 and a first down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the delay, Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. The give is to Jones. To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going into the hands of Williams. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Montgomery back to the ground. Shoves him aside. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, McCarthy. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start. Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Throwing on 1st down. McCarthy. And he's got his... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, it was... And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. On On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 5. First down, Vikings.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Off the play fake, McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Off the bootleg, McCarthy. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Alex Anzalone picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Shedding the tackle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Lions, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.